Hey, good morning. This is Chad Wakefield with Revival Development Services. Wanted to talk today about giving and getting trust in community development and real estate development projects. I think all too often what happens is an agency, a developer, whoever's the sponsor of the project, kind of sneaks up on people. They have veiled plans. They have kind of indescript meanings behind what they're going to do, not really very out there in front and explicit with what they want to do. And they get into that process, and the next thing you know, they've got opposition, dissent, just unhappy stakeholders, and they don't have a project that's running smoothly. They're not getting the kind of buy-in and support that they think they should get. And it's no wonder because you've kind of snuck up on people without unveiling and discussing in an elaborative way, progressively elaborate way, what you're planning to do until the whole thing is cooked and it's ready to come out of the oven and you're going in for approvals. And then all of a sudden you've got people coming out in opposition, sort of the pitchfork, NIMBY stuff. And again, it's no wonder because you haven't engaged people on the front end to explain to them what you're doing. No matter what your project is, you need a clear, well laid out plan. A plan is a guidepost, and it doesn't have to be 1,000 pages. It could be as simple as a very detailed drawing of what your intentions are. When I say detail, it could be a 30,000 foot detail, if you will, but something to display what's happening. If what you're doing is more process oriented, it's the same thing. You need a plan, you need a written sort of guideway of what you're going to do and what your intentions are and what your end goals are and how you're going to communicate with folks and what the process looks like. All that stuff needs to be laid out and shared, right? Not doing that is pretty much a recipe to get resistance and dissent and not get to where you need to go in a timely manner. And you may even be doing something that is a major benefit to the community that you're in. You could be developing affordable housing. You could be turning a kind of a throwaway industrial space into a park. You could be creating a new subdivision in the middle of other subdivisions, right? Something that's already there, but yet you have people that are opposed to it because you sort of sneak up onto them. And a lot of cities and counties, especially real estate development projects, require some kind of notification and posting, but it tends to be kind of later on in the process. Right at the time you're getting ready to go to a planning commission or a board hearing is when those signs go up often. A better approach is spend a little bit of time on the front end and go talk to folks. You're not necessarily giving them the pencil, right? Great to get their input and factor it in. Listen to them, try to foretell the things that are going to come out later on down the road that you can satisfy by addressing on the front end. But it is still your project, right? You still need to design it in the way that's feasible, that meets whatever requirements are being laid upon you. But it's worth your time and your effort to reach out to folks and engage with them. They are stakeholders, whether you recognize it or not. You got a choice of whether or not you make them a positive stakeholder on the front end or a negative stakeholder on the back end. Some of the work that I do gets into developing public facilities and affordable housing, and it's the same thing where the project may very well be impacting people that are already there. And again, it's the same thing. Don't sneak up on people and don't wait until the absolute minimum last moment of when you have to notify people about what you're doing. Engage them early on, get their thoughts and their opinions and their fears, and plan towards addressing those as well as addressing the other components of your project. Be a good sponsor. And if you're not good at that stuff, get some help, man. There's a lot of people out there that are good at that stuff, right? go out and find them, make them part of your team, and I wish you the best of success. The world is better by doing great projects and taking care of people and creating some value in the world. So go do that. Be safe, be smart, and engage, 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 engage. You will not be sorry that you did it. Thanks very much, and I wish you success.